give you a little bit of education today on Peyote, or the shimmering heart medicine of Mexico. It's a beautiful little button cactus, which the natives of that land have been using for centuries. They call it the shimmering heart medicine because it literally activates your heart. So what that means is it's like when we work with the medicine, when we're served by our medicine men or women, we are able to activate new levels of love and compassion and humility and empathy towards our fellow man and community, which is absolutely beautiful, because then we're able to resonate on a whole new level and have communication and deeper relationships that like nourish us, that because we're all fully full. It's not because we're not full beings and we want to go and get filled up by somebody else. It's so that we can have these deep connections and get more out of our lives. You know, those days when you like go and have a beautiful day, it's to experience more beautiful days and less of the rough, icky, shitty days with people around us that piss us off, right? So it's about having deeper compassion and love, and just love for these people that we used to fucking hate. We actually are able to see why we didn't like them, and that was our shit, not their shit, right? And you could be like, fuck that person's an asshole, blah, blah, blah. With the medicine, you're able to actually see that half the time it's our own shit that stops us from not liking that person or whatever. Like, I still have people I don't like. I'm not saying that you'll like everybody, like, you know, well, not that I don't like, but people that I don't love spending time with. But I understand them. I understand their being. I understand where they're at. I understand their essence. And I understand their programs as well. And so it gives you a lot more clarity around who you want to spend and share your time with. And it also allows you to have that deep freaking compassion for fellow man and for animals and plants and the water and the elements and all of the things. And everybody's different, so you just don't know what you get out of a ceremony as well. And what I mean by that is every ceremony is different, so it's cleansing something new or igniting something new that may have been dormant, or allowing you to see through the veil of reality so that you can see the other dimensions that really exist at that time. And I don't mean just in the ceremony, I mean post-ceremony as well. Because for me, my first peyote ceremony, I didn't even know the different types of plant medicines. I had sat with Wachuma before, but I went to sit this medicine. I thought I was sitting with ayahuasca, to be honest. My friend's like, you've got to come, this thing's amazing, blah, 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 blah. And I trust this woman with my life. So, thanks, Maz. Fucking love you, babe. I trust this woman with my life. And so I was like, hell yeah. So I literally, you know, got on a plane, hired a car, drove out in the bush where I knew nobody except for my friend or Forrest, and went to a peyote ceremony with he would never call himself a medicine man. I mean, he never called himself a shaman or anything like that, but I don't even know what he calls himself. He's super humble. He's just like, I'm just a dude that does it, you know, serves peyote. I'm here to serve medicine. So that's what he would do, right? From Mexico, coolest dude. You'll meet him. You'll fucking meet him. He's pretty epic. Anyway, if you come on one of our retreats, you'll meet him. He's fucking epic. Anyway, so this medicine, during the ceremony, I felt quite uncomfortable. It's a ceremony where it's super traditional, so beautiful to be a part of, where you don't have to sing, but people are singing around the room and they're passing around the medicine a few times each in the night. And yeah, so I had slight visuals, but not really, like just almost like I could see everything like normal, but maybe just see like a few little really faint markings on people's faces and things like that, but not like massive visuals or anything like that. And this went on all night, and I was able to see the people around me. I felt tired at times because, you know, you have to sit up all night and you're listening to the songs, and you're in a teepee or in a you might be in an open air, but there's generally always, but not always, but generally always a fire in the middle, because they work with the elements and the 4 directions, and everything is set up purposely to face different directions, to do different things, and all of the things. And so you're sitting, everybody's looking at the fire in a circle. We were in a teepee looking at this fire, and whatever it is that you don't want in your life or anything that comes up that's uncomfortable, you just literally visualize it going into the fire and burning into the ether so that it can be transmuted into love across the planet, pretty much. So that's really what you're doing in this ceremony. So for me, the ceremony wasn't that super amazing or anything like that. Like I've said before, it's not like love going and sitting in medicine. I love the after effects of what it actually does for your life. It's not like going out and taking drugs where you just go to get high and then it's like, then you go back to work and everything's normal. No, it's like deep inner work. So, for example, like a peyote ceremony will possibly give you love and connection with your friends and family that you always wished would be on that level that you didn't even know existed. Like, I didn't know that that kind of love and connection after my first peyote ceremony was actually possible. And the reason it was so amazing is because of these people that I met at the place, and I was just going to go back home and fly back home, blah blah, and they're like, no, you're one of us, you're hanging out with us, da da da. And I spent like 4 days with these people, and it was the most profound 4 days of my life because they treated me like family, but not even like my family treated me. They treated me like how a dream family would treat each other, like that you'd see in a Hollywood, a Disney movie, you know, like in a good Disney movie, like how much they loved and respected and nurtured and cared for each other. That's what these new people who became like my other family, and I'm still friends with now, most of them except for one, still friends with now out of 77 people, treat you like family, like you're everything to them, and they will do anything for you, and you just, your heart is burst open on a whole nother level. I remember coming back when I came, and so those people became my new family as well as my other family, and I like love my family, but it took my level of love for my family to a whole new level that I didn't know existed. I had so much love for them that it was like maybe a little bit intense for them at times, but it was beautiful for them as well because they were able to just be nurtured in this love and be appreciated for who they were without me wanting to change or fix them, for me just loving them exactly how they showed up in that moment, no matter how good, bad or ugly I used to consider it. I considered it so beautiful and just loved them so fucking much. It was so healing. And then also, like at the time I was working as a hairdresser in my hairdressing salon. Oh my gosh, I just fell in love with my clients to a whole new level, which also allowed their souls to expand on a whole new level and have great breakthroughs for them as well. And my other clients as well, like coaching clients, like it allowed new gateways to be opened to them and available and possible for them because I was on a new vibration and a new frequency that really shifted the whole paradigm of people around me. So when we're doing this deep inner work, it generally has a major effect on our environment. And when I say environment, I mean the people in our environment. So it was absolutely beautiful for me to witness the shifts within my family at certain times, like, and within my blood family, within my extended family, within my people within my employees, my clients, that sort of thing. It was beautiful to be able to witness these shifts in other people, and the effects were long term, like a really, really long time, and they didn't sort of close off. Like that level of love and compassion has remained with me, and this is 5 years later. So it's absolutely beautiful. And then people would say, well, why would you sit the medicine again? And because I have sat peyote like quite a few times since then, because it takes that level of love and compassion for humans, for the environment, for the animals, for water, to a whole new level of love. And so if the world was to sit in a peyote ceremony, we wouldn't have the fires, number one, and we wouldn't have people stealing our water, because I'm just going to turn the aircon on. We wouldn't have people stealing the water either, because they would have so much compassion for this land that it just would never fucking happen. The greed and the shame and the guilt and all of those artificial programs that are sick money programs that really fuck our countries up, they wouldn't exist, because people's hearts would be so open and they'd have so much respect for their fellow man and for their communities and for the earth, that these things would not exist anymore. So that's a little bit about peyote medicine. We also sing beautiful songs all evening, and at our retreats we teach you the songs before the ceremony so that you can, if you want to, join in. You don't have to. It's definitely not a necessity, but you can sing with everybody as well. So it's absolutely beautiful to be able to sing when you're on peyote and to activate your voice. So that's what it's all about as well. It's voice liberation, to really be able to speak your truth, to speak authentically from your heart, and to be able to share that with other people is like the most profound thing ever, because it's not just, like I said, in the ceremony, it's these things that are in our lives long term after this. So it's such a beautiful gift. It's such a fucking amazing medicine, and I would highly recommend it, and that's why we have it on our retreats, and that's what it is, the shimmering heart medicine of Mexico. The most beautiful thing. And of course, the most important thing is that you sit with a renowned medicine man or woman who serves this medicine, who's been working with the plants, who's had amazing teachers, who's preferably had it in their bloodline, not necessarily, but who's preferably had it in their bloodline or is from that land, so that you get that level of depth and you get all of the lessons of the shamanic lessons from like the wisdom keepers that have been passed down through generations, to be able to share this, because the nuggets of gold that you get out of it will fucking change your life. It changed my life. It's changed everybody's life that I know. The levels of depth and compassion is on a whole nother tangent. So, Peyotito, I honor you as a medicine. You are freaking game changer. I really want to swear, and I know that that's okay with you, because you're fucking... We also set a intention at the beginning of the ceremony for the ceremony, and it's always different depending on who's the facilitator, who's the shaman, medicine man or woman, what's going on in that moment in time, all of the things. I mean, I'm sure ours will probably be something for the water, for the fires all across the earth when we have our next ceremony, possibly. I'm not going to create the intention, so we'll come up with that but that's probably what it will be. And then there's a beautiful ceremony at the end of the evening as well. We do a flower blessing, so everybody gets absolutely loved up with flowers, and then we also have a beautiful feast at the end as well. So really delicious, lots of food, and just so beautiful and nourishing and everything. Like water ceremony, food ceremony, humanity ceremony, earth ceremony, elemental, 4 directions, all in this one is so fucking epic. So if you get the opportunity to sit in a peyote ceremony with amazing shaman, I would highly recommend it. If you can join us at one of our retreats, I would highly recommend it, because the space that our not a shaman, it doesn't want to be called that, our medicine man sets up is absolutely amazing. We have amazing singers there as well, just to like really activate your heart, and we prepare you beforehand with the music as well, so that you can start to activate your voice, so that you can speak your truth and have true liberation. That's what this is about. So, Peyotito! I love you. And I can't sing, but I love singing. Well, I can sing, but it's not Western culture beautiful. So it's not about being beautiful in these places at all. It's just about being present and just being open. So somebody with as shitty sounding voice to the west as me can absolutely be an amazing singer in a Peyotito ceremony, right? So it's all fun. And generally, like, it's not super serious. Like, I generally always get in trouble for laughing too much, because I'm a bundle of joy a lot of the time. I can't help it. Like, so you can get in trouble for laughing too much, and that's okay too. Peyotito, I gotta go because I gotta get my exit. Love you.